Right. I had no idea I was going to jump in feet first like this. And here I am. Thanks in large part to Lee Hammock, I gotta say. Um, if you're in, I'm down. We got a fight on our hands, and I think it'll be a fun fight. Um, because I can see squarely where you're still indulging the narcissism, and you know that. You know that. I know you know that after, what, 4 years or whatever. You know that you're constantly indulging the narcissism. So I'm here as your checkpoint to go, oh, really? You were bored during COVID. And what else? Please, bring on your petty little difficulties. Seriously. One of the things I learned early, and thanks to my dad again, who I think was experiencing trauma along with me at the hands of a narcissistic abuser. Now, I'm just learning that now, but one of the things he did for me early on was give me comedy and music. Comedy will save your life. Just go, find what you find funny and bury yourself in that, because a therapist these days is going to be hard to find. And that, wow, right there, Lee, you and I will differ greatly on, because while that system probably is pretty good for someone like you, they can tell you what to do. So you've got a narcissistic system in charge of a narcissistic person, and they are happy to tell you how to do your life. What you don't realize when you're saying everybody get therapy, they're happy to do our lives too, because that system, I know that system inside and out. I was one of them, and I chucked myself out because it was like, I'm not doing this to people. No shit. That was like 10 years ago. Now I've gone all through it going, hey, I know. I did the work. I did the education. Did the work. What the hell are y'all doing? That mental health system really is not there for the rest of us right now like you may think it is. And I have a feeling that's why people are coming to you for answers. Because really, here is where privilege flips back around. It does you some good. I've said this before in a previous video. When my dad died, I was 21, he was 46. It did have his company, NCR, provided me with a therapist. No one said, here's an antidepressant, here's some Xanax, here's some shit to cover up all your pain and make you comfortable. No, the therapist, it was 1987, we did the work first. Not pills first, then the work. Work first. We had real therapists then who got old school, and lucky for me, I still got one of those at the beginning of the 2000s, because I didn't know what the hell was going on until my mid-40s. And I got lucky to have one of the last good therapists, as far as I can tell, who just after a long time of me knowing what was being said, finally had to say to me, listen, I'm retiring in like a few months. We got to talk about this before I'm gone. Yeah. She said, she was like, I don't do this with anybody. I don't just like hit them. I got to. You know what's happening. You know what you've got to do, but you're not going to say it. Yeah. That therapy system has changed. I'm going to repeat what I've already said. There's a lot of narcissism that has been injected into that mental health help industry. And very recently, I called it out for what I really think it is. That is really just as insular, just as self-protecting, just as abusive, just as self-protective as law enforcement. They will lie to protect their own. They will go blind. I don't know what you're talking about. We're trying to help. Whoa, I've heard that right in my face. I was a caseworker in homelessness. I was in one of the harshest environments really in this country. Hearing, I'm trying to help you, as the narcissistic press, system-wide, like sat across from the aisle on a trolley, from a woman literally going, yes, I understand you're trying to help me, but nothing that you're doing is helping, over and over. And I'm going back to my hometown, Louisville, seeing the person there who's getting this right, not getting taken seriously enough, even though she's got a contract with the city. We are so narcissistic as a country, as a system. We're feeding this, and we're feeding narcissists. So those of us who know what's happening, the point I'm getting to is, I already know this. I've known this since 1987. If I cannot get the therapy that I need without getting controlled and run around in the process, moved to someone else's coordinations, if I can't get that, I know nobody else is. That's what I know, except the white guys. They're getting whatever they want, and all their fangirls, all their followers, all the people who think if I act like them, I'll get what they get. That's what's controlling this game. For real, you guys. And if you're not seeing it, look harder. Look harder and find out if you really have your own agency, your own autonomy. Or, I mean, I just heard my niece say something that was truly horrifying after everything that kid's been through, to say, yeah, I'm doing this because it's easier. My job, my parents, whatever, I'm doing it because it's easier to go along, to get along at 16. I don't get to be myself. I know who's running that game, but we are running that game at large as a country. And these narcissistic excuses, I'm sorry, even Lee, are running thin. They're running thin because everything that you want to do, it's just, I want to do this. I don't care if everybody else wants it. I'm bored. I don't care if everybody else is bored. I want to relieve my inner turmoil. I don't care if everybody else has got inner turmoil they need to relieve. I need mine. You don't need yours. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of acknowledgement of your own without ever looking. So you're getting there, Lee. But still, where do we meet with this? Because there's a lot of it. Ah, 7 minutes. Okay, so there's a lot of embedded self-indulgence there. And the thing is, when narcissists get the space to go, well, we have a personality disorder, so you have to accept this for what it is and let us do our thing, and we're trying our best. The thing is, the rest of us are trying our best too, and we are trying with the true intention and the understanding. The thing is, if you have the understanding that there is a meeting in the middle, you have the understanding that you've got a block, we've all got a barrier to overcome, so get over it. That's what I keep getting to. Get over it. Get over it. If you can do the education, you can do the work. Don't make excuses for it then. I get what you're doing, but I feel like we're still doing a little misleading, because I'm still trying to get to the point that, well, like, we're doing this as a country. Men are doing it to women, and there's a game within a game within a game. And I'm going to say real honestly, the people that are losing the hardest in this game are black women in the United States. Like at the bottom. And nobody is really looking at that seriously, except black women. This narcissist game is heavier than anybody's, really. It's no game. I mean, I'm serious. I'm all in. But when I say I'm all in and I'm ready to get on a camera and start fighting with you about this, I am so in, because I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm 56. I want some peace in my life. And instead, I'm ready to get up here and fight with you about this for real. I am ready to fight with you, because it's not funny. It's not funny. We can treat this like, but I see the women going, why? Why does he do this? Why does she do this? Why do they stay? Why do they go to somebody else and they're, backing up their life? All of that. In the meanwhile, nobody's getting their life out of this. Nobody's getting their peace out of this. We're all wrapped up in your drama. We're all fucking wrapped up in your drama. Get over your drama. We've all got it. We've all got it. You're running the game. You need to quit. You need to calm down. You need to take a step back. Unless you're seriously going to do what you're doing and saying, listen, this is how to beat this. Let's talk about how to beat it systemically. Let's talk about how to beat it against men, because yes, women are losing this game hard. And y'all are running that your crazy thing, and we make ourselves smaller. Yeah, we do. There was a meme that I sent around hard that a friend of mine said, women do not big themselves up for anything. Men big themselves up for the stupidest little stuff, and they succeed at it. All men can just big up the tiniest thing, really puff themselves up, while we are busy making ourselves smaller and useful and courageous. What do you mean? And no, we're badass. We are badass, and they're stupid little silly fools trying to relieve their boredom. Really think about how much work you're doing. As survivors, think about how much work we're constantly doing to indulge them. That's all we're doing. We're indulging these stupid, childish, I can't live with myself egos. That's all we're doing. We don't need to. So I'll just keep saying, we can get somewhere in the middle of this. I would love that. You can't with a narcissist, so I don't know, Lee, where you are in this, but I do know I've tried enough times, beat my head bloody against that wall, trying to talk sense with a narcissist, try to have a conversation, collaborate, work together. You can't. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. But the onus is on you, not us. It's not on us to relieve your boredom. It's not on us to understand it. It's not on us to come to your side. Get on over here and do some work. I see you doing it, Lee, but still, the excuses. Everybody else, don't take the excuses. You don't need them. We are way better on our own than we realize until we're pushed to that point. We're fine. We're strong, we're sturdy, they did that for us. We're very, very durable thanks to those narcissists. Very durable. So pick yourself up, look into the fire. You can walk through it. You don't need them. You don't need them. You don't need their bullshit. You don't need their drama. You don't need any of that. You need your life back. Please get it before you're in your 50s. It's worth it. It's worth it even now. It's worth it. Don't listen to that nonsense. And Lee, try to stay away from the nonsense of, because that is really, we're all working very hard to relieve our minds of a lot of things. Your boredom is not that important. So, peace, loves.